it's One Man Book Club.
Book Club, hey everyone, Dan from One Man Book Club here to talk about e-readers today. I've got two of them to look at. You guys know about my Kindle Colorsoft already. This is the Boox Go Color 7 second generation. I want to compare them, tell you the ins and outs of both of them so you could decide which one is best for you, okay? You want to learn more about this guy and compare it to this guy? Let's do it. I'm going to show you over here on the table, so come on over here behind me and let's take a look at these two color e-readers. All right, let's go. Hey ebook fans, all right, here we go. This is the Boox Go Color 7 second generation. This is the Kindle Colorsoft. I'm excited to share them with you and just compare the two really quick. Okay, so first, the Kindle was released in October 2024. The Boox Go Color 7 was released in May 2025. They're both 7 inches. The screens are 7 inches, although they're slightly different formats, more square, longer. You see that. Obviously, both color e-ink. Both have the same pixels per inch, 300 black and white, 150 color. Differences start coming in, though, in onboard storage. So the Kindle has 32 gigs of storage, which, as I've said before, is plenty for ebooks and audiobooks. You can download hundreds of audiobooks, thousands of ebooks in 32 gigs. Don't really need much more than that. The Boox Go Color 7 comes with 64 on board, plus it has an additional right there has an additional slot for expandable storage in case you want to add more memory, which for this device makes sense because it has a different feature set. Let's see. The operating systems. So this operates with Amazon's proprietary operating system. The Boox operates with Android 13. It's an open Android system. You can access the Google Play Store on it. Battery life. Let's just talk about battery life really quick. Battery life on Amazon's Kindle is up to 8 weeks. Projected 4 to 6 weeks on this guy. So battery life is better on the Kindle. They both have Wi-Fi connectivity. They're both front lit, which means instead of like looking at an LCD screen that's backlit and shines at you, these are front lit, so the light shines down to make it so it's much more comfortable to read. That's standard on e-reading, but the Kindle has much stronger front lit. So it has 12 white LEDs and 13 amber LEDs that are adjustable and can be set in auto, so the brightness and warmth gets higher or lower depending on the time of day or your reading situation. Over here, it is adjustable, but it's not auto and it's not quite as strong. Physical buttons, that's a big difference. The Boox has physical buttons. The Kindle does not. The Boox also has stylus support, so you can actually write on it or take notes on it. The Kindle Colorsoft does not. You'd have to get a Kindle Scribe if you want to take notes on your e-reader. If you're going to be a Kindle, stay with Kindle. The Kindle is water resistant. You can take a bath with it. This one is not water resistant. You can say it says against spills and splashes, but not really. They both pretty light. The Kindle is slightly more, 7.7 ounces versus 6.9 ounces. But picking them up, I mean, you really can't tell by holding them. They're both extremely light. You can hold it all day long, one-handed. Let's see. The Kindle supports standard Amazon files, as well as things like EPUBs, PDFs, TXT files, HTML, zip files, docs, MOBI, AZW3, which is Amazon proprietary RTF. The Boox accepts all of them. It doesn't really have many limitations on what types of files it can accept because it is a Android system. This has can play back audio via Bluetooth. This can play back audio via Bluetooth as well, and the Boox can, but it also has external speakers right there and right there. So that's kind of cool. It has external speakers. Let's see. Now, both of these devices, they're e-ink displays. They both do great with color, and you can see them here. I've got the settings set so they're both equal. So this is their equivalence. The ecosystem, like I said, the flexibility of the ecosystem is a major differentiator. Where the Kindle is deeply integrated into the Amazon ecosystem, it offers seamless access to the Kindle store. The Boox Go Color 7 Gen 2 runs on Open Android 13. It provides access to the Google Play Store and a wide variety of apps. So there's much more flexibility for users who want to read from various sources or use other Android apps. You can do that on this device, and I'll show you more on that in a moment. The touch, the page turn buttons on the books is one of my favorite features. I miss the Kindle Oasis. That's why this attracted me. This one is touch. It's also tap, by the way. You can tap it to turn the page, you can tap to turn the page, and that's a nice feature too. When you're reading, and sometimes you just want to give it a little tap with your back finger or something, and it changes the page for you. Anyway, so that's how the pages get turned on both of them. Let's see, I talked about the storage, I talked about stylus support, talked about battery life, price. They're both the same price right now on the Boox website or the Amazon website, $279 each one. This happens to come with a case included in that $279. This one does not, but same price, $279. Let's see. I thought about some pros and cons to try to really get to the difference here between the two devices, and I hope you can see. One thing that sticks out to me is the quality of the color on the Kindle versus on the Boox. It's night and day. I hope it comes through well on the video, but it's really night and day. The Kindle is absolutely crisp, absolutely sharp. It's not as bright, or the colors aren't as vivid as on an LCD screen, obviously, because this is e-ink, but the colors do pop. The lines are sharp. You can't see the individual pixels. Over here, it's grainy. It's not as bright. The colors are not as sharp. This is on the Kindle, it's much more pleasant reading experience here than here. And you can see, even in black and white, it just feels better over here, honestly. And I think it has to do with the better front lighting. But anyway, let's see. So pros, let's talk first about this one, the Boox Go Color 7. As far as pros, like I said, it's the Open Android 13. I mean, you can access the Google Play Store in this guy. And let me just show you how it works. So right now I'm in the Kindle app. So I'm reading in the Kindle app, which, if you're familiar with the Kindle app, it's the same app you use on your cell phone. Here you're reading it on an e-reader. Now it's like so this Kindle app is operating inside of Android. So it has the same functionality as a Kindle, not a Kindle, but an Amazon device. So you swipe down to get to the menu. You can swipe up to get to the home screen. You can access apps from here, and you can add a variety of apps. So there's my Kindle app. It has several native apps. I've added things like a game that I like to play, Tower War, YouTube. Gosh, the game, I just wanted to test it, but you can't play a game on here. There's too much lag. The movement on the screen isn't good. Watching a video, I'll show you that in a minute, but watching a video doesn't do well at all. So while you can have the extra features of different apps, unless you're just looking at documents, it's not a good experience on here. But it does give you that flexibility. So you can download and use a variety of Android apps, like other reading apps like Libby or Kobo or the Nook app, the Amazon app, like I said, and productivity apps. You can even do some light browsing. It makes this device much more than just a dedicated e-reader. The e-ink screen, it does pretty good. I mean, when you're not looking at this, it's not awful by any means. It's just not as good as this. But let's say you don't have this one to compare it to, and this is all you're looking at. It's great. I mean, you're looking at the e-color e-ink screen. a color e-ink screen. So anyway, it's really, really nice. You might notice some of the lagging around. It takes a second for things to happen. Again, it's operating on an Android system. So this is like a mini tablet with an e-ink screen rather than a dedicated e-reader. Let's see, the page turn buttons, highly requested. I wish, like I said, I wish that Amazon wouldn't have gotten rid of them on the from the Oasis. If this device had page turn buttons, holy cow, that would be everything. I mentioned the expandable memory slot, has a spot for a micro SD card right here. You can expand up to 2 terabytes. And then the stylus support, I talked about that as well. Now I don't have the stylus, so I can't tell you exactly how functional it is, but it's there. It has stylus support. It's portable, it's lightweight, USB-C charging, which here you go, USB-C charging. One of the problems with the Oasis was they weren't updating it anymore, and it was still charging with the old style charging ports, which just drove me crazy. I have to carry around a specific charger just for it. I talked about the front light, the battery life is solid. Okay, all of those things, all the pros. Here are some cons. Oh, another pro, this textured back, so it's nice to hold. It doesn't slip around. Okay, anyway, so cons. The muted e-ink, the less poppy e-ink, that's definitely a con for me. So the screen is darker. Because it doesn't have those strong front lights like the Kindle does. One big deal, this is a really, really big deal, is the ghosting, which ghosting is what happens when you turn the page on an e-reader, and there's a shadow of the previous page on the screen. So as I turn pages, you can see the faint remnants of the words from the other screen on the page that we're looking at now. And it is pretty distracting, to be honest. The Kindle device, they've gotten rid of ghosting, so it's very, very faint. I guess I shouldn't say they got rid of it, but it's extremely faint and not distracting at all. On the books, I felt it pretty distracting. What else? People have said, that I've done some research on the writing, people have said that while the stylus support is a pro, the writing experience for like intensive note taking or drawing isn't on par with other dedicated ink tablets like Kindle Scribe. So the screen size and the ink technology still present limitations for fine, precise writing. So maybe don't expect to like take comfortable, detailed notes on this device. The speakers and the microphone, they're pretty poor. Like it does play, you can listen to stuff coming out of the speakers, and I'll do a demonstration in a minute, but it's kind of lame. The learning curve, I mean, it's not intuitive how to use the menus and things and how to get the settings right. In fact, you have to dive pretty deep into the e-ink settings in order to get the balance right on your device, so it actually looks good to look at. And I've done some pretty in-depth testing on different settings, but that's it. It's a learning curve, and then it's not waterproof. That's another kind of con of this Boox e-reader. So anyway, that's the Boox. Just briefly about the Kindle, the pros, Amazon ecosystem integration. It's the core strength of any Kindle. It's seamless access to the enormous Kindle store, your existing Kindle library, Goodreads integration, Audible audiobooks, super convenient if you're in the Kindle ecosystem. The e-ink display is awesome. Nothing but awesomeness about it. Let's see. If you're familiar with the Kindle experience, the interface is just like you would expect from any Kindle reading device. This is waterproof. You can read it in a pool or a bath, take it to the beach. That adjustable front lights I mentioned. The performance is snappy. The button presses are quick, whereas over here there were delays when I was showing you that. Let's see, lightweight. Oh, wireless charging, that's another one. You can wireless charge your Kindle. This has highlighting in different colors. which oddly enough, this device does not. So you can highlight you can choose which color to highlight in, pink, yellow, pink, blue, or orange. Let's see here. Actually, I said that, and let me make sure I'm not telling lies. Let me see if you can highlight in color over here. Highlight. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, come on. See, it's just a little, it just feels clunkier. Come on, get back to the page. Come on, go to the page I want to look at. There we go. Now highlight. Try the middle. There we go. Oh, you can't. Okay, so you can highlight in color. So I lied. You can highlight in color on both devices. Back over here, let's see, cons of the Kindle Colorsoft. Obviously the page turn buttons, lack of page turn buttons, big con. I mean, I don't know why they didn't add those. It's just such a no-brainer. Anyway, page turn buttons, no expandable storage. Again, I don't really think you need it. Well, as great as the Kindle ecosystem is, it's also a closed system. So while it's a pro because of how quick it works and how seamless everything is integrated, it's locked. So you can't exchange books. It's you can't store you can't download Kindle ebooks onto your device and then send them other places like you can on this device. And then there's no stylus support here. So yeah, I mean. I guess really the bottom line for me is if you Kindle does one thing really, really well, perfectly, better than anyone. It's reading. So it does the one thing it's meant to do amazingly, amazing. It's reading. It's an e-reader. It's dedicated e-reader, and it is perfect, and it does it so well. This device is designed to do a lot of things, and it doesn't do any of them really, really well. Is it good enough? Yeah, it's definitely good enough. Do I wish it was as snappy as the Kindle? Yeah, I sure do. That's kind of my summary of what I think of the two devices. And to be honest, I've been using both devices. Like the pros are not enough to keep me from using this device. One thing that's super cool that you can't do on a Kindle that I wish you could is since you're in the Kindle reading app, you can do Kindle immersion reading on this device, which is not something you can do over here. So if I were to download the audiobook, the Audible audiobook for this book, I could push play and then it would read, like follow the bouncing ball while the words were highlighted. That's a cool feature on the Kindle reading app, which I use all the time on my cell phone. And I've always been disappointed that I can't do that on the Kindle device. And I've always thought, well, maybe it's a limitation in e-ink, but it's doing it over here. So that's a big pro over here, is being able to use the e-ink on this device. And then I promised I'd show you some of the apps, how the apps work. So let me just show you the browser, for example. So I'll open up the browser, and I happen to be I got Goodreads queued up, so you can see how Goodreads queues up on the device. The writing's little, but it scrolls sort of okay. Over here is onemanbookclub.com, my own website, and you can see how it scrolls over here. There's some latency there. Here's the links, like you can go to book reviews. The links are all stuck together, but see, it jumps to a new web page just fine. There's a review for the book that we're talking about. And if I go back here, I can show you what a video looks while it's playing on the device. So this is a YouTube video of me explaining what my site is about. And there it's playing. And we'll turn the volume up so you can hear what the speakers sound like. Maybe. Well, I guess that's going to be a fail because I can't get the volume to turn up. kind of hear it. Anyway, that's at least you can see what it looks like to read a book on the device. You can see that it's a little bit clunky. So anyway, that's about it. I mean, oh, one other cool thing is where you can turn it whichever direction you want. So the screen rotation is 360. And so it actually is kind of cool to hold it like this and be able to use the page turn buttons to turn the pages like this as you're reading. You don't have that feature here. I mean, you can set it to be landscape like this, but it doesn't auto rotate. You have to do it intentionally. And so you can't just randomly at your whim turn it like this one. So anyway, okay, there you go. So we've got the Boox Go Color 7 over here, and we've got, or maybe they call it the Boox Go 7 Color. I don't know. Boox Go Color 7. Boox Go Color 7 over here. Kindle Colorsoft over here. You've seen them in action. You see them next to each other. Make your own decisions about which one you think you would like. I think, like I said, this one is passable. It's a little frustrating that the extra things are not very helpful because it's clunky. So I spend most of my time, I'll spend all my time using it as an e-reader. I don't think I'll bother using it for anything else. And because of that, because I'll only be using it as an e-reader, the fact that it's a little clunky, even as an e-reader, kind of a bummer. This one, perfect. No complaints about Kindle. I know a lot of people have complaints about the Kindle ecosystem. That's why they might look for an opportunity like this, something else. I love the page turn buttons. I wish the Kindle had them. Anyway, hope that was helpful. Pick the one you like. I'll put the links in the comments so you can use my links to buy them, and I'll get a little bit of a discount or a commission kickback on them. And that's about it, guys. Happy reading, everyone.
Like and subscribe and check out womenbookclub.com.